Tactical Performance Center.
What is the key purposes of the shooting stance? The stance will help the shooter first to manage the recoil. Second, will provide him with mobility and at the same time stability while he's shooting multiple shots. We are talking about the reactive shooting here. And the last thing is to make sure that the stance will provide a natural point of aim.
As with everything else in this world, if we discover the principles behind certain skill, we will be able to develop or modify a technique that will apply these principles in an optimal way. That's how we'll be able to develop own style that fits the best way our physical abilities, body structure, and mental processing. The principles that any shooter needs to follow in order to build an efficient stance are forward center of gravity, relaxation and isolation of tension, skeletal alignment. Shifting the center of gravity of our body forward will help us to manage the recoil. Relaxing the muscle groups that are not in use while maintaining tension only where it's needed will contribute to our stability and mobility, but at the same time will maintain our balance if it's done correctly. Aligning our skeletal structure in a specific manner towards the target will build the foundation of our natural point of aim.
Well, hold on, that sounds really complicated. How are we going to accomplish all of those things while we're shooting?
Don't worry, we'll cover everything in details.
So according to the laws of physics, if we push on an object, it will push back on us with an equal and opposite force.
Hey.
So we know that when we fire a shot down range, we're going to generate an equal and opposite force vector directly rearward into our body.
We call that force recoil. In technical terms, during the recoil, the rearward momentum acquired by the gun will exactly balance the forward momentum acquired by the projectile, as proven by the law of conservation of momentum, derived from Newton's third law of motion. When it comes to firearms, the recoil momentum will be transferred to the ground through the body of the shooter. In layman's terms, the recoil will have a rearward push effect on the shooter's body.
So how do we deal with that force so that we don't get pushed off balance?
We will manage the recoil by shifting our center of gravity forward. Well, the question is, where is the center of gravity in the human body? When standing, the center of gravity is normally located in front of the sacrum bone and about the second sacral level, an inch or two below the navel, an inch or two back towards the spine. When we define the center of gravity, we do so from the reference of a static standing position. But the body is continuously in motion, which means we change position often. With each new position comes a new location for the center of gravity. It varies by weight, musculature, posture, and also by gender. To keep it simple for our needs, we may accept that the center of gravity is located approximately around the belt buckle area. How to move the center of gravity forward in our shooting position? We simply need to move the pelvis and the chest together forward and step forward with one leg to maintain stability and balance.
Now let's focus and build our shooting stance step by step. Before that, let's define what we call the strong side of our body and what we call the support side of our body. Raise your hand that you're pulling the trigger with. That's your shooting or strong hand. And all that side of your body that corresponds to that hand, we call it a strong side. The opposite side, it's support side. We don't have weak side. From here, we're going step by step. We're starting from the ground up. Let's stand like we just talked to somebody. It's very neutral stance. The center of gravity of our body, it's neutral. We'll position our feet a little bit wider than the shoulder weight, and we'll offset the toes sideways so we'll create an angle. That will contribute to the side-to-side stability. From here, we'll bend our knees slightly, and now we need to adjust the center of gravity. How to do that? Very easy. Imagine that somebody is grabbing you on the jersey and the chest area, and at the same time on the belt buckle, and slightly pulling you forward. You will start to feel tippy. Easy solution. Offset your support leg until you achieve a balance and equilibrium in your stance. And from here, simply you need to extend your arms in your shooting stance.
All right, so we know that when we fire shots down range, we're gonna get that equal and opposite force rearward, and we wanna manage our balance. So Rostin, what strategies can we use to accomplish that?
Before that, let's make an experiment. Stand up just upright, like you're talking to somebody. Now, your center of gravity is neutral.
Okay.
Right? Just extend your gun. Of course, that's a dummy gun. And let's see what amount of force I'll apply to you to get you out of balance.
Okay.
Just 2 fingers, guys. Just 2 fingers. It's quite easy, right?
Didn't take much.
Now, shift your center of gravity forward,
Okay.
like we talked. Extend your gun again, and I'll try to do the same thing. I'm not successful now. I'll try with my own hand. Significantly more, right? Now just lower the center of gravity even further down. That will create more stability, and even lean more forward like you're bracing a strong way.
Okay.
And now I can lean with my entire body weight, and I still cannot move you, right?
Yeah. One more aspect about center of gravity is lowering the center of gravity in order to achieve greater stability. Now what we're going to have Rostin do here is he's going to have a forward center of gravity, but he's going to be a little bit up higher. So go ahead and form that shooting stance, and you'll be up high. Now you guys will notice I can rock him back relatively easily. All right. Now his center of gravity is a little bit too high. He could be a little bit more stable. So let's make a change.
You can push me a little bit harder. Come on, Dave.
Okay, push him harder. All right, yep. And you guys can't see this, but his weight's being rocked back to his heels and his toes are coming up. Now let's see if we can fix that, get you more stable. So what we're gonna have you do is we're just gonna have you lower your center of gravity by bending your knees, pushing forward at the shins. All right, now go ahead and form that shooting grip. All right, and he's gonna be able to resist that movement a lot better there. To give you guys a visual example of what we mean when we say pushing forward at the shins to lower our center of gravity, let's say we got this truck here. We want to push it because Rostin forgot to put gas in. So I can't just push it from a high position, right? Because I'll end up just pushing myself. So what do I need to do? I need to lower my center of gravity. I need to bend my knees, push forward at the shins. Now I can apply force to the object and move the object rather than the object moving me.
watching you. And what I saw, after each shot, you get rocked back and back and back and back. Why? You were too upright. Now, let's try something. Let's move the center of gravity forward, like you're bracing on a strong wind. I want to tell me if there is some change.
Okay.
Well, I need to go to the next range. I have a job to do. I'm out of here.
All right, let's try it.
If you like the video, follow the link in the description to access the complete online training module named All About Shooting Stance. Also, visit the online training page on our website or check the calendar section to sign up for our in-person courses. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.